Hi kids, welcome to Miss Nancy's Bible College for Kids. Today is the new year, so we're going to talk about some new things. Some things are not as new as people think they are, but today I'm going to give you some interesting things that I think you will enjoy. So let's get started in the first book of the Bible, Genesis in 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. In the beginning, God, I want you kids to know, God started all this. God created all this. It did not come from a big bang thing. It didn't come from nothing. But in the beginning, God. So remember that, and you're doing good. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So darkness. In between Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2, there is a gap. We don't know how long. But when you see darkness in the Bible, it's usually a judgment. So God had already judged, and this will come into play later on. So let's go ahead. The first day, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning was the first day. Now here comes the second day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. So the third day, and God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth," here's something new, "grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and the herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Now pay attention. God says it was good. It was good. Now the fourth day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights. One, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. That's the sun, of course, of a day, and the moon of a night. And he made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and the fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." So at first it was plant life on the day before. Now there is going to be water, life in the water and life in the air. And this, kids, tells you the first animal mentioned in Genesis. So let's go ahead. And God created great whales. There you go. "And every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind." And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth." And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, here comes the sixth day, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle, and creeping things, and beasts of the earth after its kind, his kind." And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth, his kind. And God saw that it was good. Now that's the first part of day 6. Here comes another part. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea. Now, when God's talking here, and this is before Adam ever was, he's saying, let us and our. So let's just find out who that is, kids. Who do you think might have been there? We're going to go to Proverbs 8 for this. And it's talking about the Lord. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was, when there were no depths. Remember, he created the water? I was brought forth, when there was no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were set, before the mountains were settled, before the hills was, I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world, when he prepared the heavens. There's more than one. There's 3 heavens, guys. I was there. And when he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, and when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, so all that water separating, remember? But then he said, let us make man in our image, in our likeness. And he gave him dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. And kids, Miss Nancy's going to tell you this right now. Male and female created he them. You're either a boy or a girl. There is no in between. Look down, you can find out real easy. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. Replenish means to fill again. So see where I said this ain't the first time? Genesis 1:1 and 1:2, there's that gap. Anyway, replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. To every beast of the earth, and every fowl of the air, to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. You like a good salad? That's good. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. And then comes the 7th day, guys. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it. Why? Because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. Then these are the generations of the heavens and of the earth. It tells you when they started and goes on with it. When they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth. Did you know that? Noah, when he started building the ark, he preached for 120 years. It's going to rain, it's going to rain. They never saw a raindrop, and here's why. There was, before it grew, because the Lord did not cause it to rain upon the earth, and here's why. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Here's the last new thing that we'll talk about. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden. The Lord God planted that garden. And there he put man whom he had formed. So we won't take much time to go over the questions and answers, but I just wanted to remind you about a few things. What happened on the first day? Rain and the vapors, light and darkness. And the second day, it was the waters on the earth and the waters above, and it's called the firmament of heaven. And the third day was the land, the sea, the plants, The dry land was the earth, and then the grass and the trees bearing fruit after its kind. And on the fourth day was the sun and moon for the big lights of a day and of a night. And then he made the stars also, it says. And why did he do all these? For signs, for seasons and days and years. And we just started a new year. And Miss Nancy just recently found out something very interesting. On the Jewish calendar, there's just 30 days in a month, and there's just 10 months. So we might be closer to the Lord coming back than I ever knew. And then on the fifth day, he created the animals, the fowl of the air, and the water with the whales and the other animals. And he told them, be fruitful, multiply, fill the waters and fowl of the earth, and the sixth day land, the animal on the land, But the second part of the sixth day, there was something special he created. What was that? Us. And who did he say we were like? He said, let us make them in our image and like us, and make them male and female. So God was the one that said male and female, and that's the way it is. And then he gave this commandment. Be fruitful, multiply, and replenish, and subdue all the animals and all the plants. We are to have rule over them. But on the seventh day, what did God do? He rested. And why did he rest? Because he had finished all the work, and he just sat down and enjoyed it, I guess. But anyway, I hope you guys like this, and I forgot to mention the one thing. He breathed the breath of life into our nostrils, and man became a living creature. And once we're alive, we're going to live somewhere forever. And you babies know that it's either going to be in heaven or in hell after this world. So get ready if you're not. I believe it could be any day. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, kids.